Joining us right now is Republican National Committee Chairwoman Ronna Romney McDaniel. Ronna, it's good to see you. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Maria. Great to be here.
What can you do to get the party together? I mean, in terms of this health care division, we've been talking this morning about the defections, Senator Susan Collins, Murkowski, both indicating they are not even voting yes to proceed to actually debate health care. How is that justified?
Well, I think we made a great first step yesterday to get the bill to the floor, to proceed, to start the debate. We needed to do that. The American people needed to see us working on this. And, of course, we saw the Democrats, again, sitting on their hands and not even voting to proceed. I don't understand why these two senators wouldn't vote to proceed. It is critical that we talk about this issue. We ran on it. We know we have to repeal and replace Obamacare. And there's another question here for Republicans, which is, can we govern when we're given the majority? So those are the things that are at stake. I am so pleased with what happened yesterday, and you saw the president speak about it, but to see it proceed to the floor, now we're going to have a debate, and they can add amendments, and we're going to have a vote, and we're pushing forward, and there's a recognition that Republicans are leading on an issue where the American people are hurting.
Right. No, you're absolutely right. But the truth is you have no margin here. You really can't afford to lose anybody else. So I'm just trying to understand, what is Murkowski and Collins thinking, that they won't even vote to get this bill forward, to actually move it toward debate? Have you spoken with them? I mean, are they Democrats? Do they want this president to succeed?
I don't understand why you wouldn't proceed or let the bill proceed to have the discussion begin. I don't understand the thinking behind that.
Right.
And I know there were two Republicans there, but let's remember there were all the Democrats there. They weren't even voting on anything, and they put this in place. So we do need to move forward. The margins are small. My job as chair is to start getting our margins bigger in 2018. I'm already working on that. But we have to get this passed. We have to focus on the repeal and replace, because 2018, it will be harder to win if we don't show that we can govern.
That's right. And I think you mentioned a really important point just a moment ago when you said the question of, can the Republicans govern? There was an op-ed in the Journal yesterday with that very question. Can the Republicans govern? Can they?
Yes, they can. They just did. I mean, look at, the House right now is voting on spending bills. You've got the Senate putting the motion forward to proceed on the repeal and replace on health care. We've put veterans accountability forward. We are governing all over the place, and the Democrats have been sitting on their hands. I mean, I don't know what they're doing. Are they playing ping pong? Are they knitting? What are they doing right now? They're not helping the American people. We know that.
Well,
the obstruction version of the Democrat Party, the obstructionists, the obstructocrats that they've become, are not helping the American people. So yes, it's on the Republicans alone. We're leading. We're showing we can do it. And yesterday was a great first step.
Yeah, there's a real question to ask, and will the Democrats participate in governing at all? Meanwhile, you had Attorney General Jeff Sessions under pressure. That continues following the president's expressing his disappointment on the AG's decision to recuse himself from the Russia probe and for his handling of the intelligence leaks. This coming, of course, as White House press aide Michael Short resigned yesterday amid a hiring shakeup in the administration with new communications director Anthony Scaramucci. What do you make of this? I mean, does it basically show us that we are looking at a bit of chaos this morning and recently in the White House?
I think it's reassuring to see the White House saying they're going to address these leaks. We cannot have leaks coming from the administration. It is totally counterproductive, and Anthony Scaramucci is taking a leading role on that, as he should. The president speaks his mind, and he said, I don't think my attorney general should have recused himself. If I'd have known that, I may not have put him in place. I think that's fair, and we're going to see what the president does on that front. But what's interesting more, not the White House staff, it's the Democrat staff right now. Look at Debbie Wasserman Schultz and this Imran Awan last night, who was arrested in Dulles. She kept him on her staff. He was a taxpayer-funded government employee until yesterday when she finally fired him. We need to figure out why this gentleman's under criminal investigation and what he did. And we're not hearing that across the country right now, that Debbie Wasserman Schultz had a staff member who destroyed hard drives and then tried to flee the country.
That's absolutely right. And we've been talking about it on this program. That House IT worker facing charges for bank fraud this morning, accused of double billing the government for computer equipment, but they caught him as he was trying to flee the country at Dulles Airport. The authorities arrested Imran Awan at Dulles, where he had a flight booked to Pakistan through Qatar. Several relatives of the 37-year-old were fired months ago as well, and Awan was kept on staff by Wasserman Schultz for reasons we are just, we have no idea why she waited so long to fire him. But, Ronna, I'm wondering if there's a lot more to this. I know that he's facing charges of bank fraud, but does he have ties to the Muslim Brotherhood? Is this more about terrorism than just bank fraud?
We have to get to the bottom of this, and Debbie Wasserman Schultz has obstructed at every level on something that affects potentially our national security. So to have this gentleman try and leave the country yesterday, and now we know there's bank fraud, and we know he destroyed these hard drives, and when you read the story about the Marine that found them and the apartment he was trying to rent, I mean, it's a long story, but it's something we have to get to the bottom of. We're not hearing the Democrats talk about it at all.
Right.
Where's Debbie Wasserman Schultz? And we also need to know why the DNC never turned over their hard drive to the FBI to review it as to their hacking situation.
Well, that's right.
So the Democrats are on TV and they're grandstanding every chance they get, but they're not complying and they're not being forthright with their role in all of these issues.
Yeah, you talk about those devices. They were found in Awan's former house, that they were smashed, and efforts to destroy them. And so we still don't understand what exactly went. These were three Muslim brothers who were working for the Democrats in the IT department. They were making huge amounts of money, $165,000 apparently, more than any other IT staff made. So, yeah, there's a lot there, and we're definitely investigating it. Ronna, let me ask you, the other day the Democrats came out with their better plan. They're trying to now come across as, you know, real focused on jobs and what's important to the American people. What did you think of Chuck Schumer's op-ed the other day, talking about what the Democrats are trying to sell going into the 2018 midterms?
Well, words are one thing, but actions are what matter to the American people. And so far, the Democrats have done nothing since January. They've not helped be part of the conversation on the repeal and replace of Obamacare. They've held up the government. They've held up nominations. They're being very transparent about that. Their whole playbook is obstruct, resist, let's draw out the clock. I don't think that's helping the American people. So they can put all their plans out there until they start showing action that's going to help the American people and coming over and working with Republicans on major issues.
Yeah, no, you make
I don't think the American people are going to buy it.
You make a great point, but there's also the issues around the Republicans, right, Ronna? I mean, is there anything you can do as chair of the RNC to get people to start supporting this president?
Well, I support the president 100%, and certainly when I talk to the leadership in the Senate and the House, I convey that. I also let them know what I'm hearing across the country. I mean, I'm traveling. I was in Massachusetts yesterday. I'll be in Texas tomorrow. I'll be in Nevada. When I talk to our grassroots activists and our base, they are saying, support this president.
Right.
We put him there because we wanted change, and you better help make that happen.
They want the agenda executed. I get it.
Exactly.
Ronna, it's good to see you. Thanks so much.
Thanks for having me.
Ronna, Romney, McDaniel there.